Okay, so forgive me. I think my picture quality is not up to point because I'm using apparently a very low quality camera, which I do believe I'm gonna upgrade. That's not a very big reason to worry. Why? Because I definitely will add some value to your life and to this day. So let me proceed. So I've been trying to explain what is involved in dropshipping, and I was at a point where I was debugging on the legality of doing a dropshipping business in South Africa. So the idea being that if you do it properly, I am so sorry for this. The camera is really acting up, but I hope as we continue, we're going to progress much very well. Okay, be that as it may, give me a thumbs up if you like it so far. So I was saying dropshipping is legal in South Africa like any other form of business, but subject to if you are doing things properly, if you are not conning people or misrepresenting yourself, and also making sure that you represent yourself the proper way. I'm not a legal expert or an accounting expert, so consider this as a disclaimer. This is not in any way financial advice nor legal advice, but this is based entirely on my own life experiences. And let's go further. So there are enablers, drop shipping enablers, same as what happens in dropshipping. It has been very popular in America and the UKs and so many other first world countries where it's typically very easy to dropship. People normally dropship from China via the most popular AliExpress, which I hope sooner or later will be also available in South Africa. And those people like you who have known dropshipping and who have been doing it will be at a very good advantage when AliExpress considers or Amazon considers also making sure that in South Africa it's viable. I will then later on delve much into the AliExpresses and stuff, because I know most people you might have heard about dropshipping, but obviously from American content creators who showed you and you saw that it's a very good and lucrative way of making money. But what distinguishes this channel from all the other channels in the first world countries is that I focus on South African and African centric things that work in our own African environments, because the circumstances are so different, you know it. So there are dropshipping enablers. You don't necessarily have to order stuff on Takealot, because what happens if you try to order from a certain website, in most cases what happened to me the first time is I listed products from a website called because there is a very big shortage of suppliers here. What we mean by suppliers is those sites that are able to provide you stuff at a discount, then you sell it, and they pose no much competition to you online than the ordinary shop, just like Takealot. So the other disadvantage would be they don't put the quantities of their supply. So what I did the first time was as I said, I just listed products from a certain online seller, popular online seller. The name is kind of jumped it's called Planet 54. I did my research. I'll show you the content on Google saying Planet 54 is a supplier in South Africa. So I thought of Planet 54, and I really liked their products. I listed sneakers, Skechers sneakers on that shop, which I said before, because I was just trying out things. So after I listed those products, I just like marketed it on social media and posted a few stuff on the Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter and Instagram handles, which I created for that shop specifically. So I went on with my usual business. I wasn't in much a hurry. I was employed at that time. Also, I was a bit busy, so I would only work that thing on weekends. And also, my business was booming at that instance. So I had a lot to do other than focus on that business. And in most cases, what then happens is such a business as dropshipping, in some cases, not in all cases, it will need you to make it a side project while it's depending on something else. This will make you succeed. Why? Because you won't pursue it desperately as I did before. So there is a very good reason of not pursuing things when you're desperate. But in some cases also desperation works. So there is really a very good fine line between that. So what I did is I listed my sneakers from Planet 54, and it turned out that I also listed my website on Google listings just to check how things would go. And I had a payment gateway. Fortunately, I did list my shop on Google Shopping, and it turned out one of the good days when I was just like relaxed at home. I went on to just check, as most people do. I don't know why I expected a miracle, but I just went on to my mobile app to check my bank account to see. I don't know, maybe I expected a miracle money or some kind, but I don't believe in miracle money per se, and I don't believe it exists, although I really believe in God. But anyway, this is not religious. So I checked my account only to find that there is an accounted for 1,680 rand in my account. I was like, where did this money come from? I had to check my statement. I see Yoko is on the statement because I use the Yoko payment gateway. By the way, I also discuss Yoko on a video. If by this time, because I will obviously revisit this video and edit it. So if by this time, when you are watching, I haven't made Yoko, the video about Yoko, to avoid unnecessary distraction, I will put the link at the end. If by this time I have made it, when you are watching, you will see the recommendation to watch on how to make a payment gateway in South Africa. Okay, only to find that Yoko is on the statement and I'm the beneficiary. I have made some money out of nothing. Then I had to track my emails, to check my emails, only to discover that I had sold a pair of Skechers sneakers. I quickly, lucky enough, I'm a bit organized. Not that much organized, but I believe that I am a bit organized. I went on to check my price list and my stock in my stock on the shop, and discover that there is a pair of Skechers Go Walk. I still remember even the name and the specifications. Go Walk size 6, beige in color, had been bought. Then I quickly checked which supplier did I discover for this pair of sneakers? I discovered that it's Planet 54. Only to go at Planet 54 and discover that there is no Gog beige. That was a real crisis, which was the first problem I encountered when I was dropshipping. So the solution was I had to check other retailers in South Africa, mainly online retailers in South Africa, that were selling the same kind of sneaker, the same size, only to find that that color and that size was not in stock anywhere except on my shop. That was the main trigger of the customer buying that product. So this explains one thing. If you are lucky enough to discover a product which is not in stock but in a high demand in South Africa, you make free money, I'm promising you. So we are going, if you subscribe, we are going to discuss on ways to discover products that are not found anywhere, or that have limited supply but high demand. If you did economics, you know what this means. So after searching online for that specific product, I think for approximately 2 days I couldn't find any way where that product was listed. I then resorted to go to the local mall to check if I can get that specific sneaker at the likes of the popular sellers like Take It Town and the other guys out there. I couldn't find anything there at the mall, so I was really stuck and the customer was on my neck. But I'm really so grateful that that customer wasn't that much of a mad person. They allow me to say, because some people are mad. If you normally buy things online, please don't be mad if there is no reason to be mad. So what I then did was I had to communicate with the customer call. That also takes us to a point which I will further explain, that you need to be really good in customer care if you want to succeed in business, in any form of business, more so, not excluding the one which I'm speaking about, which is dropshipping. Especially in South Africa, you have to be hands-on and you have to be on it. Take it very serious and take it as a business. Run a business as a business. That's another tip for those who have been involved. Run a business as a business, because you meet a lot of challenges. It's not very easy, but it will surely make you succeed if you give it time, if you work on it, if you are committed to it, if you are disciplined. So then I went on to talk with the customer. I said, no, the product is not in supply, so I expect the supply to arrive just very soon. So can you be patient with me? Just give me 3 more days. Then the customer agreed, which is very good. I think I will have to recontact that customer and give them maybe something, a free gift, because they really were so cooperative. That was my first order. If you are yet to start dropshipping, the first order is very hard to come by. I promise you, the first order is very hard to come by. Believe you me, if there are other dropshippers who have done it, please comment in the comment section below. I will surely come to your rescue on some of the ways to make it work. But obviously, if you subscribe to this channel, as I said, you are definitely going to benefit
from some of the tricks which I use, including YouTube, which is a trick. Okay, so jokes aside, if you have come this far, I know you believe that this video is really valuable and you deserve something. I'm gonna write an ebook on my experiences about dropshipping and my other tips on how to succeed in dropshipping, how to market your product, how to find a niche. I will not sell a course for you, I promise, especially you who is watching this video. But I'm planning maybe in future, if demand arises, I'm gonna do courses on dropshipping. But I don't really believe that people should sell courses for dropshipping. They should look for other revenue ways, because I do believe a candle loses no light by lighting another candle. So let's proceed. So what I then did was I spoke to the customer after those 3 days, only to say, dear customer, on a call, not emails, on a direct call. Please bear with me, that product is not in stock anymore. So if you don't mind, I have the same Go 6, but pink, not beige. And the customer said it's okay. She first said, give me a refund. And I already used some of, which is another tip which I will share. I already used my card because I thought I used my card before checking even the supplier. So more so, the payment gateway takes its share percentage. So in most cases, you might not have enough to refund customer. But anyway, Yoko enables you to refund the customer, but at a cost. So more so, which I will share another tip is, in some cases you really need some capital. Although if you are disciplined enough, I would say you don't need much money. The amount of money, let me distinguish the amount of money which might be needed. For someone who is per se in a very unfortunate position, I have been there. I know in life you can be at a very unfortunate position, but you by that time you'll be needing to do something which can further your life. So I won't be like the other guys who say you need money to make money. Sometimes you don't even need much money, but you definitely need something. But that something is in your mind. My mentality previously was 50 Rand was a lot of money to me, especially the 50 Rand to buy a hosting, and maybe up to, let's say, 150 to have your hosting, which I will discuss. Don't worry if you don't know this. If you know hosting and a website, let's say the money to process what you need to have a website or an online shop, it's just, let's say, 150 Rand is okay. And that can be a lot for some people. I've been there, I know. But it's in some cases it's in your mind. I would get that 150, but I would opt to buy maybe some maize meal to eat home rather than to invest it. So in some cases it's in your mind, but I know some people might not have the privilege to get that much. But let me say, this is the first type of people whom I want to deal with. I have the other sector of people who can afford this amount, and maybe up to 500 Rand, or let's say up to, okay, I will say then those from 500 to maybe 2,000. So, but the idea is really dropshipping is
a low startup business, a low capital startup business, or sometimes very less to little cost. So after that, I spoke to the customer. I will speak about the numbers, don't worry, you will see the point later of the monies which I was speaking for. You'll see the point later. So after that, I spoke to the customer, and the customer agreed. And imagine where I had seen that pair of sneakers, it was Take It Out online. So I will share the website in the sneaker. So I just had to order Take It Out, punch in the customer's details on Take It Out, and the address and my email, because my shop has an email specifically. It's called supply at my shop, sort of setting, which I will do in a later video to show you how. So I ordered the email was mine so that I could check the product, which is another thing. I could check the progress in terms of delivery for the product, and more so that the customer doesn't know that I just used their details or take it out, so that they don't feel misguided, of which it's business. You have to buy someone to sell someone. Your advantage is knowing where that thing is. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that, although there are some disadvantages if you want to be a drop shipper, because Take It Out, they don't put a product, as I was saying, they don't put the amount of products in stock. So in most cases you might list something which might be not in stock, then you only discover later, and it might be very costly for you, especially if you're a startup. If you have no money in your bank account to process the refund, it might be very costly and very problematic, and might lead to a lot of problems, which I did face. So the order was delivered. It was in Durban, and the customer was very happy. She even posted a review on my website, and I was so very happy. I enjoyed my card there was 500 Rand. I really enjoyed that money, and I really felt like I found the gold mine. Mind you, I didn't know what was to come. I didn't know what was to come. I hope this video won't be very long, because the story is a bit long and I'm also a bit slower to speak. But anyway, give me a thumbs up if you like it so far, and subscribe if you are not currently yet subscribed. And very sorry for those lines which are coming up the screen. My camera is really acting up. But anyway, I hope buy a new camera sooner or later. Even the sound, I might sound very weird, but anyway, it's okay. I'm gonna sort everything. So after that order, I began to say this thing is very good, and I realized that shop had been an investment. I will speak more about that shop and what then happened. So, but anyway, what ended up happening is I became so interested to dropshipping to the point that I said, okay, I've learned my mistake that you mustn't you mustn't use a supplier who doesn't show you available stock, so that you avoid the mistake of selling what's not available anymore. Number two, I learned a very quick lesson which I implemented called customer care, communicating to the customer and telling them the progress each and every time, not hiding or switching off your phone. So number three, I learned that I needed to find a new supplier, which takes me to my next video. My new supplier for the store became a supplier well known in South Africa who is gaining momentum, called the Drop Store.